Hello everybody, good day to you and welcome back. This is part 2 of this 1984 Dodge Rampage that needed some carburetor work. If you missed part 1 or would like to go back later and review it, just check the link in the description down below and it will take you back in time. Without any further introduction, let's get back to it. Okie doke, so there's one other little hiccup that I've just uncovered here. I went to transfer these two studs that hold the airbox onto this unit over here, and I found these are all threaded holes. This one is not threaded. This little stud is just got some like knurling on it and it's supposed to press in, so this is not going to work. And then this stud over here also does not go here because I found it's got a Healy coil in it, a thread repair kit, which is a different size and pitch for the original, so this little stud thing is not going to work. Not the hugest of issues. I'm sure I can work this out with a set of bolts later on, but it's just something I've got to contend with moving forward. Having said that, on the bright side, I got all this linkage business handled. It's a fully custom hack job, but I think it looks pretty factory. This is good, and it's going to work. So let's get this thing installed and proceed. We have our base plate installed, gaskets on there. Let's go ahead and set our unit in and see if this linkage is gonna work out for us. One of the first things I noticed is there's no port on this carb for the vacuum booster line, so we're just gonna reroute this right here to this vacuum port. I know, let's pull this little filter thing off. I don't know if this is a filter or a check valve. Let's see. Some kind of filter. I blew through it. Regardless, we're just going to plug this line in right here. And now we have a vacuum supply for the brake booster. Like so. Beautiful. Screw in our nuts. There are 4 of them. I better not hold too many at one time or I could lose control of the nuts. Two more on the other side. You can't see, but I got one in. And the other over here on the back side. Got that one screwed on. A little bit of clickage. There's that flashlight. I don't even have to say it, you guys already know. Click. Where's that third one? I see you. Okay, let's function check the throttle. Nothing binding, we're still good. Still good. Couple little zoomies going on. We can go ahead and connect the fuel line. That's the supply line from the tank. Get on there. And also plug in this electric choke. Okay. I like it. Okay. Let's get the throttle cable bracket. So we're gonna get these guys hooked up to their respective shafts. Is that gonna work? Okay, we have one not to be dropped and lost little clip. You couldn't see it, but that was a positive click. See, I believe this washer goes on, maybe not. Let's try that one. Yeah. Okay. this one goes together just like this. Alright, I think we're in good shape. Forgot my two nuts that hold the bracket onto the carb base plate. Let's get those guys in real fast. Probably should have done that before I put the cable on, but it'll be alright. There. Torquage. Whoa, hit you with a ratchet. I hit you guys with all kinds of stuff. It's pretty common. I kind of feel bad. Kind of. I think we need our helper return spring. It's like a safety mechanism. Closes the throttle in case something wants to hang it up. Just a little bit of extra help. To demonstrate that, see how we don't have that snap? It wants to hang open a little bit, but look at that right there. Now we have that nice crisp snap. It's important. Okay, I think we're approaching moment of truth time. Let's go ahead and crank this and see if she's gonna fire up. It's gonna take a long crank because the fuel pump needs to fill the fuel bowl in the carb with fuel before it starts fueling the engine, but it will start. Let's help it out a little bit. Staying, it's running. Wants to idle a little high. I'm wondering if I can adjust that out. I think I can. There should be a screw down there. I see it. You can't see it. Well, I can see it. It's far away. I don't know if that's it or not. I gave it 2 turns. I hope my hat wasn't in the way. Sorry. I went ahead and put a loop in this spring to shorten this spring right here, and that might help keep that throttle in the closed position when we do not want throttle. I found it to be slightly weak. More adjusting. Adjust it until I see it move. Looks good. Restarting the engine. A little bit more. There. been adjusted properly. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that. I don't want any pressure on it. Wrong way. A little shaky at 900. I think I'll step it up just a wee bit here. I think that's good. Okay, it's about 1,000 RPMs, but that's where it seems to be comfortable. All right, let's get this shut down. I'm gonna see what I can do about reconnecting that air box to the top of this carburetor. That's the next little challenge. Powering down. All right, let's test fit this real quick like and see how this is gonna work out. Nikes. So I did find a bolt that is long enough. The trouble is it's too long. These are M8 threaded bolts. They will fit, but we're about 3 inches too long here. So I think I got a creative solution. It's gonna require the welder, so let's go back over to my toolbox and see if this is gonna work. Okay, here's the plan. I scoured the shop. These are the only 2 bolts. I have 2 of these. The only 2 that are of the correct thread pitch and are long enough. Trouble is, they're too long, so I'm gonna make this shorter. We have a line, I've already faded it with the Sharpie. I got a line right here, and I'm actually just going to make a new bolt out of this old bolt. That line's gonna sit flush on the vise. You guys are gonna like this. And I'm gonna weld it. Now, as with most of my projects, this is either gonna work or it's not. I'm betting this one's gonna work right here. I'll hang on to it with some non-welded pliers. We'll tack it real quick. Here we go. Bright lights. Fail. I welded my pliers. All right, it appears to be tacked on. It's centered. Let's go ahead and get a good bead started here. Engage your welding helmets. This is gonna work. This is totally gonna work. Goodbye, slag. Oh yeah. Oh, we're getting somewhere now. But we're not done yet, because the bolt is still too long, so I need to shorten it. Loud noises. Okay, now, we're not done yet, because this is ugly and not shiny, and we need to revise that. First I'll hit it with a carbide, and then we'll polish it nice and clean. Sandpaper, rotary sandpaper. good. This is twice this week we've done handheld machine shop work. Oh, look at that. Where there was no bolt, now there is one. I want to brush this off and make it a little shinier. It's still got some slag on it. Well, not really slag, it's just like some residue or whatever. Let's get rid of that. There we go. A freshly made bolt. I like it. All right, one down, one to go. I'll skip the recording of that next unit, and I'll see you guys back over at the car. There it is. Okay, so I got the gasket in here. Here's our airbox. There's one of my new bolts, nice and shiny. And the second one of my new bolts, also nice and shiny. Let's see if these are gonna work. I mean, they are. I know they are. It is my will. What is this? There, okay. Oh yeah, buddy. Look at that. That's nice. And I got another one right here on the back side. Ooh, that one's still kind of hot. Hot, hot, hot. But it is threading in, which is good. Okay, now that we know this is going to work, let's set the air filter box back up right here, and we're going to be good to go on this one. Installing engine air filtration element now. I believe she goes down like so, right here. And we've got this little PCV tube in the back that gets plugged into this air box. Good. Filter. Good. And now we can do our little metal thing here. Put this guy on real nice, like 3 clips, I believe. All right. Got a Nexi intake tube that goes on next. That way we do not have a hot air intake. Those are bad. I wonder if my bolts that I made are going to survive having actual torque applied to them. Guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? Let's start with this one. Click. I'm not wrenching down on it, I'm just providing enough torque to seat this on the gasket. Click. Now we're only gonna use 1 wing nut instead of 3. Because if you recall, these bolts that I just made used to be studs. And now they are no longer studs. There. Excellent. All right, moment of truth. We're gonna go hit the road and see how this thing runs. Ah, Betty Boop. What a dish. I wonder if the AC works in this car. Let's determine that. Max AC. Hey, the compressor came on. Maybe it does work. All right. And we're off. Woohoo! Well, we do have an improvement. It's not stalling and sputtering very bad. You guys may or may not have noticed it kind of felt a little rattly and vibrating. That is because I installed a set of neoprene engine mounts. I did the front one and then the one on the right and the one on the left. Because they are neoprene and not super soft rubber, anything that's an engine vibration is transmitted into the chassis, and so we're feeling some extra harshness. That's not a running issue, it's just the fact that, for lack of a better term, the engine is now solid mounted to the chassis. Alright. Okay, we've got a shift. That's good. Okay, we're at a stable cruising speed. I'm going to apply some throttle and we're going to make sure that this transmission kicks down. Here we go. And we had a downshift. Alrighty folks, I have exactly 1 minute and 40 seconds left of memory on this SD card in this particular GoPro. So I have no choice but to go ahead and close this video at this time. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching my videos, and most importantly, before I go, don't forget to have yourself a great day. See you guys later. Ending of transmission now.